Quince, but make it interesting. Hi, I'm Diana. Everybody knows I like Quince clothes, and they are really great basics, but we all have to acknowledge that on the website they're styled like saltines. So what we're going to do today is show how these clothes can be used in interesting ways, because I think the big mistake everybody makes is they buy clothes and expect the clothes to make them interesting, and that's just not how it works. You have to use clothes to look interesting. That's called styling. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take some of these really great basics. We have 10 of them, and we're going to get weird. Are you ready? I am so ready to get weird. I am always ready to get weird. Let's go. I'm in the most basic of basic outfits here, and that is these new ultra wide leg pants that I love. I took to Paris. I thought were great. They're super stretchy. They're kind of like exercise pants, but they're trousers. And I'm going to pair these with this brown bodysuit that I also took to Paris, and I found that this was my most versatile outfit because I could put anything over this, and it was so comfortable. But is it interesting? Didn't think so. So the question is, how can you become interesting? Layering, keep going, statement jewelry. There's your 3 tricks. I gave them away right at the beginning. Let's do this. Okay, I have some thrift items that are new that I'm pulling into this. And one of them is this very long shirt coat. And already I like where this is going, but it's a little overwhelming, especially would be on a petite body. So let's start with just rolling up these sleeves to corral a lot of this fabric. I think I'm going to dig out my big wide character belt. It has a lot of character. It has like paint on it, and it's been used for a million years. And then it ended up at the thrift store. And now it's my character belt. Now listen, I know not all of you like belts, but I do. So I'm going to belt this. And I didn't need to belt this either. It could have been unbelted. I think this needs a little bit of fun. How about my leopard sneakers? We have very casual outfit with these sneakers. You could walk anywhere in this. And you know what? Even though I do like these sneakers and I would totally wear this, I'm feeling like this is a little too warm for the moment. So I'm going to put on some sandals. And with wide leg pants like this, I like to have sandals with a little bit more of a heel to keep the fabric off of the ground. Okay, now because these sandals are black, I'm going to take the belt off. Let's do something I absolutely never do. Bring out my plain black scarf to match my shoes. And there you go. Super cute fall outfit. You need your tote bag. Now don't go thinking that these pants are only dressed up gear. You could also wear a statement tee. You could wear a tank top. These pants can be dressed up or down. And if you want to go just a bit lighter, how about a little fall vest? And this is cute too. How about a little tiny scarf? And this is totally cute, light, and in between dressy and casual. It really can go either direction. How can we be more interesting? I don't know. How about some crazy earrings? Now tell me that's not more interesting. So you can't just go around expecting your clothes to do this for you. You've got to be a little more proactive if you want to be stylish. There's no brand and no amount of basics that can do that for you. Let's try another piece. Item number 2. What do you do with your thin cashmere sweater? Ultra thin, featherweight, black cashmere sweater, a wonderful thing to own, a wonderful thing to wear. You would normally just throw on your jeans and go about your day. And it is fine. I just say that it's not very interesting. So let's do this. Quince, but make it interesting. We got to swap out these jeans. And what are we swapping the jeans out for? Just about anything with a pattern on the bottom. This is a skirt that I just thrifted. It's kind of weird. It's got zippers all over the place. You could adjust this accordingly. I like it down here. So we've got our featherweight thin sweater on. We've got a patterned bottom. I'm picking up on the color of the zipper, which is an orangey red, and I'm going to put on some red jewelry. I have these earrings that I made, and I have these red coral bracelets. I'm not done. I think that these sandals are too sweet, too feminine, and I just want to balance this feminine skirt out with something a little more walkable, a little chunky, maybe some loafers. Yes, that feels good. I feel stylish and functional. I might even bring that slit down a little bit more. And I think what would really balance this out would be a red bag. Aha! Stylish, cute. I love how the colors are reflected here, here, here. Wonderful. I'm ready to go to work, I guess. I don't know. Where do I look like I'm going? I could go anywhere. Let's get that straight. You want to get weirder? Like, what's the most red that I could add? I could add this giant red scarf and some boots for a more wintry look. This ultra thin cashmere sweater can come in handy in so many places, but there's no reason to be boring with it. You may have seen this gorgeous cotton dress on the website and thought, that's really pretty. That will make me look interesting. Wrong. This dress isn't interesting on its own. It does have nice details, the way it gathers here at the middle, the wonderful fabric, the pockets. It's super pretty, but it's not interesting. Not yet, at least. Because this dress would have the tendency to go too pretty and too sweet. It's just such a feminine shape. It's got this big A-line skirt. It could easily go like Mary Poppins. So we're going to dig out my edgiest accessories. All of them. This might get stupid, I don't know. None of this is planned today. None of it. So you get what you get, and you don't get upset. Okay, so far so good. We've got these kind of edgy black slingbacks. We've got a gothy belt. I like to spin this one around kind of like halfway. And you know, that's what style is. It's doing whatever you want with stuff. It's not about wearing it the way it's meant to be worn. Of course, we've got our motorcycle bracelet out. And this might be a bit much. It might be, but who cares? I'd like to balance this black out with a little black scarf. Let's make a big kind of bow, a big kerfuffle up front. And I think we should button it up a little bit. I like how this is coming out. But you know what I think? I think this gothy belt is stealing too much attention. I think we're gonna just simply take the belt off because we've got a lot going on here with the bracelet, the scarf, the purse, and the hardware shoes. And already this is feeling really cute, stylish, edgy, and it just fits great. It feels like a tailored piece because of all of these, what do you call these, darts and pleats and stuff? Darts and pleats and stuff. So classy. You know what looks good under a nearly buttoned up collar? A kerfuffle. I would almost love to see some like opera gloves with this. Some leather gloves. If I was out in the fall, I would wear little leather gloves. I think that would be really cute. And this would definitely make its way into fall and winter with the addition of some boots. Flat boots, walking boots. Flat boots, walking boots, so cute. I love when things rhyme, and I love when things are cute. Next, I have loved this leopard midi skirt since I laid eyes on it. And some of you may think, hey, that's not boring, but I think it is when you simply just wear it with a black sweater. Here we are with the featherweight cashmere sweater again. Of course you could do that, and you could just wear it with your little black purse and your little black loafers. That's fine. You're gonna be fine. But do you want a fine outfit? I don't. Sometimes normal is nice, but most of the time, I want something other than normal. So leopard is a thing, right? When you put on leopard, it's a statement. But I think that if you think of it more like a neutral and you just start pairing unusual colors with it, you end up with a much more interesting outfit. Not just brown, not just black, not just white. How about baby blue with flowers? And sneakers. I can't even stand how cute this sweater is. Okay, so we do have a little cardigan, but it's so unusual. It's got these big puffy sleeves. It's got these flower details on it. Then I've got my leopard sneakers on, and I've got a little white bag. And I really like how the white shoes, the white flowers, and the white bag bring out the lightness of the leopard print. I think that leopard print often looks very brown, but this brings out the light cream background. And I think that this would also look cute with a lot of other shoes. If you're not a silk midi skirt with sneakers kind of gal. And now let's use black accessories to bring out the depth of the leopard print. So we've got some black loafers. We've got our grown-up purse, and we are ready to go somewhere. How adorable is this outfit? Try mixing all sorts of colors with leopard because you'll be surprised what goes. Speaking of leopard, I saw this blouse and I was instantly obsessed. I was obsessed with putting these on together because I didn't think anybody would try that, and I wanted to try that. I do think that we need a belt in some way. We're going to choose between this white belt, nope, or the French girl belt that always gets hauled out. We're going to unbutton this a little bit. So you could tuck this in and kind of have like an entire leopard dress, which is cute, kind of interesting, not interesting enough in my book. So let's keep going. Yes, we are doing something here by just putting a simple black tank top underneath. I also put my strappy, buckly slingbacks back on. I think we need to add another color here. And dare I say that we should maybe add another pattern here? How about the jacket I got in Paris at the Bastille Market? No, Diana, that's too much. Yeah, but is it? No, it's not, says me. I say even more red, please. I think this is a really interesting outfit. I love the way that this blouse comes down in the corners. It looks like a scarf, but it's not a scarf. It's just adding to the whole red pattern leopard thing that's going on. Super fun. Super cute. It's a little bit crazy. Speaking of a little crazy, there's something that I've always wanted to try, so let's try it. Okay, I hear you. That leopard outfit was too much for you. You might have just ordered the brown maxi length slip skirt because leopard is too much. So let's do the brown maxi length slip skirt. This silk skirt feels great, but don't go thinking it's just fancy, it's just holiday party stuff. It's a great layering layer. Great layering layer. You can mix brown and black, and maybe that is crazy for you, like, whoa, outside of the box, but brown and black look awesome together. But we're gonna take this a bit further. I wanna show you that you can do more than plain neutrals. How about a light summer floral blouse? We're not styled yet. I know this looks dumpy. Okay, so this blouse is really light, summery, breezy. There's no reason we can't wear it in the fall and winter. It does need a little tucking in, that's for sure. But I think it's really pretty with this brown skirt and a little bit unexpected. The thing about these light blouses is you could tuck them in all the way around and not have bulges, but I like the way this one looks just tucked in front like this. I like this kind of slouchy, boho romantic look. Now we're rolling up the sleeves, and I think a scarf is in order. I've got brown, I've got flowers. What can I do? I can go rogue, and I can just pick this sash here that's like hot pink with flowers. And to me, this is such a romantic look. I love this. I feel great in this. Very stylish, very unique. What bag? Maybe red, maybe black. I think we've got it. I feel so pretty in this. You want to see something that kind of feels like a bananas purchase for fall, but I think that we can do fun things with. I love this combo, but let's see it. Let's see the bananas purchase. You had some wine. You went online. You bought yourself a summer item, and I've got nothing to rhyme with item. So check this out. This is something that I would totally wear all summer long, but I got it in the fall. Why did I get it? Because I, first of all, have the dress version of this cotton gauze jumpsuit in red, and I have the jumpsuit version in blue, and I love, love, love them both. So I thought, wouldn't I love the jumpsuit in red? And yes, I do. But what can I do to make this more of a fall, winter, interesting outfit? Lots of things. First of all, you take it from summer to fall by changing your shoes. You do not wear sandals with it. How about these white boots? I don't really know what I'm going to pair with this jumpsuit yet, but I do think that these white boots are going to be cute no matter what. Yeah, they are. Okay, now what? What if we brought this red dress back out and wore it kind of like a jacket? Now this is really interesting. Not everybody would want to do this, but I'm finding this like really fun, like tons of fabric, all red, and white shoes. And you know what? I love stuff like this. I love to be swathed in swishy fabrics. It does feel good. I realize this might not be for everyone. What else could you do? A very versatile item that you could own would be a sheer turtleneck, whether it's printed or not. This one's printed. And the reason I feel like these go together, even though this is a forest green with pink flowers and this is red, and even though they are wildly different colors, I feel like they all go together because they're all garden colors. I've got olive green, pink roses, and red jumpsuit. Here's hoping for the best. So we're starting with this, which feels a little bit 70s. It feels a little bit third grader, and let's just keep going. I'm imagining that this is fall or winter, so we're bringing this shirt coat back out. I like how this is going. Cool. I like it with the collar up like this. I also would love to see these sleeves on the turtleneck, so I'm gonna roll the sleeves up on the jacket and let these sleeves hang out. Yeah, that's neat. I do feel like we need some visual interest here. A little sparkly buckle to break up all this action, this red action. There we go. Now this is quite an outfit. Like, you wouldn't think that you could go on the Quince website, order something, and end up with this outfit. And that is the magic of layering and keeping going and adding statement jewelry. What are we going to add? I really don't know if this is going to go. What we have here is a pearl choker, but I'm going to wrap it around my wrist like a bracelet twice. And I think it'll fit. Well, that pearl choker didn't really, so I'm just going to wrap this one around several times. And since this one doesn't really fit either, I'm also going to wrap it around my thumb temporarily. There we go. Hey, that looks like a little glove that's on purpose. I think with the addition of something pearly up here, this could be really cool. So let's talk about statement items for a second. So I'm obviously working with pearls here, but I don't need everything to be like crazy huge or super wild. I'm just reflecting that pearl vibe with these mother of pearl tiny earrings in this outfit, and it's gonna work. Oh, these are on my store if you are interested. I like where we're going with all of this. I especially like this pearl element here. I wonder if I would have liked that pearl choker on. I mean, it's worth taking a little look-see. We are here. Okay, probably not, but let's just take a look. Take a look. I don't know if I would do it. If I did, I would need the lighter belt and the lighter handbag. Okay, this is getting pretty fun. I honestly, I think this outfit is very Queen Baddie. I think that I could wear this to an art gallery tonight and people would really like it. There's something kind of fancy about it, but not fancy about it, and I like that. I always like when things are in opposites. This turned out way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. Super fun. But let's get back to basics for a second. You wanted to look like a pretty and sexy French girl, so you bought this red cashmere cardigan. And you're right, you do look like a pretty, sexy French girl in it. And you also put on your little French girl belt and your simple boots and your brown tote, and you are in Paris, and you are completely boring. What else can you do with your red cardigan? I want you to think about using colors that you wouldn't expect to pair with red. Or, colors that you have preconceived notions about, like mixing red and green. Because what's your preconceived notion? It's gonna look like a Christmas tree. It won't. Watch. So here is a pencil skirt that is a wrap skirt. It has a green leopard print to it. It's high-waisted. I love it. I think it's totally pretty. And most people would be like, I'm not going to pair red and green, but do you see a Christmas tree here? I don't feel like this is a Christmas outfit. I feel like you could wear this anywhere and no one would think Christmas. In fact, let's keep going with the red and green and let's add a red purse. And you know what? I just feel really stylish. I feel really cute. I feel like this is a surprising outfit and many people wouldn't have thought to put it together because of the red and green stigma. I feel like this little red cardigan can go with so much this winter. Of course it goes with jeans, but just go ahead and choose some sort of patterned bottoms like crazy pants or crazy skirt, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if it doesn't look right? You know what happens. Oh goody, look what we get to do. We get to do the basic slip dress. Love this one. I love the length, how it's just right below the knee. Great quality. Love this thing. And a lot of you are probably thinking, yeah, but what kind of bra do you wear with that? Well, you can wear a strapless one like I'm wearing here. But I also like the idea of wearing a lacy bralette that has also black straps. Like, who cares? Who cares if there's extra straps there? I don't. But what I would like to do is really use this dress as a layering piece. I would like to show the front of it, but maybe not like all of it. Maybe I don't want to be like out in the world in a slip dress. But a slip dress is so useful. Let's do stuff. You could layer other dresses over it. Like here's a wrap dress, and the wrap dress would be fine on its own, but it's a little bit low. So a slip dress is perfect under it. So I could just simply wear this wrap dress. Let's just do that as an example. And I love that now I don't have to worry about my wrap dress blowing open, because you know they do. And I also don't worry about how low it is because I'm covered. A slip dress is perfect for this. And you don't have to feel like you're wearing your underwear out in public like if it was a regular slip. It's an actual dress, so it's meant to be seen. I love this, but let's keep going. Here's another thing you could do. You could leave your wrap dress open and you could just tie up your belt loops like this into bows and just let it hang. I feel like that's really pretty. And we're off and running like this. It's a little bit of a ballsy look. I like it. We could also, instead of using it as a wrap, we could just really give it a really good tie up like this. I love the way that looks too. And suppose you like how that's going, but it feels like just too much pattern. Just put your jacket on. And does it feel like too much now? No. And here it is with the open bows again. There's so much we can do with this black slip dress. I'll try to tear through it. Not through the slip dress. I'm going to try to tear through this action sequence here. The great thing about a slip dress is that it can become a slip and a camisole if you need it, and just, put a skirt over it, and you've got a lovely piece, and it feels great underneath. And if your wrap skirt opens up, you've got protection. You can just toss a cardigan over it. You can toss a cardigan over it and you can remove your skirt. And I love this look too. I love the slouchy cardigan over a slip dress. Let's do something a little crazier. Let's throw this pearl bustier over it. I'm not done here. I'm just adding some visual interest. I've got a floor length shirt dress, and I feel like this whole outfit is turning really cool. I think the bustier really helps, but I really couldn't have done it without my slip dress being such a thin, slippery layer. Otherwise, everything would just feel too bulky. I love a slip dress. Did someone ask me to be grown up? This purse did. What about bringing this leopard blouse back out? I think that's pretty fun. I like it relaxed like this, just left open like a jacket. Whenever I leave a blouse open like a jacket, I like to call it a blouselet. And this is my long-sleeved blouselet. I think it needs a scarf, and I think I would like to try this hot pink sash again because we're trying to be interesting here, aren't we? And yes, indeed, this is very interesting. I like it. You might say, Diana, would you really wear that? Just ask my sister. What about this light and springy blazer I just got? What if we really tie this up again, like a kerfuffle? Why is it a kerfuffle? Because it's like a kerchief, but it's causing a kerfuffle. Okay, how do we do it? I feel like it needs multiple bows in order to be a true kerfuffle. It has to be causing a kerfuffle to be a kerfuffle. There we go. Nice and kerfuffly. I'm sure you could throw any blazer over this and you've got yourself like a ready-to-go outfit. Prove it, Diana. Prove it that you can throw any blazer over this and have an outfit. I do have a giant late 80s kind of jacket. Well, maybe if I roll up the sleeves. That's the thing about a slip dress, is just throw anything over it. If I just reach in my closet and pull something out, I'm sure that it's going to go over it. Plain white jacket. Boring, but yeah, it does. It does go over it. Little vest. Yeah. Puffer vest. Why not? Duster cardigan. Of course. And you know what? This slip dress actually makes a duster cardigan look pretty stylish. A duster always kind of looks like, I'm wearing this around the house. But with a slip dress, it actually looks quite pretty. Even more on purpose with a matching scarf. The duster cardigan is also from Quince, and it wasn't meant to be in this video. Cut off red nautical jacket and kept my green and yellow flower scarf on. I mean, I don't see why not. You just start putting accessories on, and it starts to feel like it's on purpose. Although I'm feeling this is going a little bit like 60s flight attendant that is not following the rules. Again, how about a sheer turtleneck? Sheer turtleneck for the win. I love this as a layering item for fall and winter, and especially with a slip dress. And here we are with the flannel jacket again. I don't know about you, but I'm digging this. I'm liking it. Let's talk about something that I think also has some sort of stigma to it. Like, you might have thoughts about a turtleneck dress. I feel like they're so cozy in the winter, and even though I feel like I've made this interesting by going absolutely monochrome with the same color tights and the same color boots, I think it's fun, and I think if I just put one little different thing with this, it's going to really stand out. I don't know, like maybe my motorcycle bracelet. I do think that this is a plenty fine outfit that looks super classy for the holidays. You could feel so good in this and not like you have to worry about like your boobs and your butt at a holiday party in a skimpy dress. Like, you would feel so comfortable in this, and people in this kind of dress, people see you. And I like outfits like that. But what if you wanted to make this a little more interesting? Try wearing it like a tunic. So now here we are wearing it with some silky pants and some little gold sandals. And I feel like this is such a cool holiday party outfit. Here, let's add a little statement necklace here. I didn't feel this was necessary, but I also don't hate it. But you know what I would like to do? I would like to make this a little bit wilder, and I don't know how many of you are going to be on board with this. In this case, I might like to wear a turban. Like, if you really want to make a statement this holiday season, turban's the way to go. You never see people wearing turbans, and I love them. I find them to be so interesting and so classy. And it might not be for you. It might be a bit much. And if it is, then I have a workaround. Okay, suppose you can't do the turban. I know you can do a leopard headband. Still pretty cool. I like the way it looks. It's definitely not as unique, but if you can't go to turban land, then I get it. I understand. If you can't go to turban land, I understand. Oh my goodness. I'm going back to turban land. And as a final thought, we're going to do one more layer. If you want to be a bit much, you might as well just be a lot of much. You might as well be all the way much. I like this with a white bag. Would I wear a belt here? I don't even think I need to. And you know what's great about this outfit? There's nothing cinching you anywhere. You can eat all the brie. And I will. So, thank you for watching all the way to the end here. If you like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe to this channel. Thanks to Quince for letting me stomp all over their style. But look how great all of this crazy stuff goes with all of this Quince stuff. Am I lying? Where's the lie? All links are below. I'll see you soon.